As collectors, we all have a fantasy of finding undiscovered treasure, of putting the puzzle pieces together, of having something that everybody else appreciates.
The essence of collecting, whether it's stamps or coins or anything else, is to bring order from disorder, to put something together.
Stamps cover a number of different subject matters, and it's an opportunity to learn about so many different things.
Collecting stamps is fun and it's kind of engrossing. Like once you start, you can't really stop.
I was interested in collecting stamps because my dad also collected stamps when he was young.
Stamp collecting is pretty cool because anyone can do it.
I was born and raised in Chile in South America, and as a schoolboy, I began collecting stamps. We moved to the United States when I was 11 years old, and the connection to my stamps was a way to still have that link to my heritage, the history of my country. All my materials that I collect are kind of esoteric. Most of it comes from relationships with friends and fellow collectors. I've shared with others, others have shared with me. I've found my little treasures, but I also found hundreds of people with whom I correspond, I spend time with. That true community is something that I really, really treasure.
There's so many different stamps, like any topic you want. I have a lot of stamps from every country in the world.
This one's funny because it has a big head, and I like that they're interesting to look at.
I was introduced to stamp collecting through one of my cousins. We started going to first day of issue ceremonies as well as stamp shows together. Stamp collecting does involve going out and meeting interesting people. That is what is so exciting about collecting. It broadens the mind. In addition to being a philatelist, I'm also a genealogist, and I have used stamps to chart the journey that my family has taken. My early ancestors came from Guinea-Bissau to the Bahamas and then Key West. There's absolutely no price for what I've learned from my stamps.
I have a large space collection. That's like my number one. Probably more this than anything. I have a lot of animals. This is like reptiles. This is dogs and cats. This one was about the first dog to go into space, and that like mixes my two collections of space and animals and dogs. I think that's cool about it.
I got started as a 8 or 9-year-old. Rode my bike to the local stamp shop, buying 5 and 10 cent stamps. Stamp collecting is a very satisfying hobby. To see that it's a collection as opposed to just pieces of paper, to know that it's something that you've embedded a lot of your own time and effort into is a very satisfying reward. I decided to collect everything from 1847 to 1920. I collected the most complete collection of U.S. stamps ever. The Z-Grill is important because there's only one in public hands, and whoever had it had the chance to have the complete collection of U.S. stamps. It happened that the Z-Grill was in the hands of Don Sunderman.
Bill Gross wanted to add my stamp to his collection, and I wanted to keep my stamp. I loved my stamp, and I just wanted to keep it.
But I had a sense that he might be willing to give it up if he got something more spectacular.
The Jenny plate block is coming up for auction, and it's only sold a few times in my career. Bill Gross proposed buying the plate block and trade it for my 1 cent Z-Grill.
It formed a complete collection, so to me it was complete success in philately.
I like collecting horses. I have like just a huge album of that from like all over the world.
I think covers are cool because sometimes they have like letters inside, and of course it's like so cursive I can't read them, but they're just cool to collect too. My favorite kind of stamps are Nigerian stamps with birds on them. I love birds. That's why I love the stamps.
Anything that fascinates an individual in terms of collecting can be done, relatively inexpensively. Cars, flowers, the Civil War. Mickey and Minnie and other Disney characters. It's a wonderful way to express your own interests or your own particular enjoyment in sharing with family and friends.